Alright guys, so we have a bunch of bolts to undo.
I believe they're all 10 millimeter. You got one right here, one right here, one right here, and one right here, all on the mud guard down below. Then you got these three up front, and then you got this, probably the same four on the other side. So I'm just gonna undo those real quick, and I'll come back to you when I'm done with that. Alright, so I lied. There's a couple more, actually a lot more. You got one bolt right here. You got, well, there's that one, there's a brace attached to one of the bolts that you already removed that goes to the bumper. Well, we can just remove that brace here. And then you got 4 under here, 3, 4. And then there's probably this one on the other side as well. So I'm gonna undo all of those right now. Alright, so for the tow hook, go under here. There's this plate right here. There's room for 4 bolts, but my car only had 3 on either side. I don't know if that's normal or not. It doesn't really make that big of a difference. I don't think I'm gonna be towing anything with these, but use the socket extension on a 14 millimeter socket, and use the ratchet and get that and that. Might have to move this part out of the way here, and then go. To get the last one, you have to go actually under through here and then try to reach in and then twist it. It was really tough to get the other one, but I got it off. Alright, so earlier I forgot to mention that when you're taking off the mudguard, there are 2 screws in the back to get it off. I didn't mention those because I thought that it would just droop, it would sag down, and then I could unscrew the tow hook, which, I mean, theoretically you could do, but it was just pissing me off. It was getting in my way. So there are 2 other bolts, 10 millimeter as well, in the back that you can take off. It's really hard to get to. If you can bend the thing out of the way, I mean, I would say go for it. So yeah, I got my tow hooks off. They're right over here. I'm just gonna grab some degreaser. You can use brake cleaner or oven cleaner, and then I'm just gonna spray them off. Just got it on top of newspaper so that, you know, all the shit doesn't get all over my garage floor. So I'm gonna leave this here for a couple minutes. I already wiped it with a paper towel. I would advise doing that just to get all the shit off first. And then I sprayed it, and then I'm gonna get all the rest of the stuff off after wiping that off, and then we'll go ahead and paint it. Alright, so I wasn't paying attention. I already started spraying the tow hooks, but I don't really need to show you guys how to spray paint. That's pretty self-explanatory. But here I have a engine enamel. It's blue, obviously. I wanted to use high temp just because, you know, it's Florida, summer's coming up. I don't want the paint to get fucked up. I also do have a white, that's not it, but I do have a white engine enamel that I could have just put on first to act as a primer. That would be a good idea if you really wanted to do that. But yeah, I would definitely follow the instructions on the can. Don't try to do whatever you want, because this is a different kind of paint. This tells me to wait 10 minutes between each coat and do all the coats within an hour. So I'm definitely going to follow that, and I'll come back to you guys when I'm done painting it. Alright, so we got the tow hook done and painted. Got a couple coats on there. Just going to slide it back in there, and then get those 3 bolts in, and we'll be done.